Hi everyone. Today we've put together some information on connecting machines to the cloud. For this, I'm chatting with Carsten Lengling, VP Product Management. Hi Carsten, thank you for taking your time today.
Hi Loretta. Yes, definitely. I consider this being a very, very interesting topic for many of our customers.
That's true, yes. So at Datwyler, we integrate our customer's machine into their corporate network, right?
Yes, exactly. And we go way beyond that because connectivity alone usually doesn't solve our customers' concerns totally.
Oh, so how can I understand that?
Yeah, if you put yourself in the situation of a manufacturing company, then you want to connect the machine, or often very many machines, several machines, and other devices working as a group. You want to connect them for a specific purpose. And I'll come back to that in a moment. So for the purely technical connection, you need gateways that connect either the machine PLC, or individual sensors or measuring devices at the machine to transfer their data into the company network. And newer machines often have standard protocols such as OPC UA. Older ones can be integrated in a more cumbersome way or roundabout way, which is not entirely trivial, but we can solve that in various ways. Also, we don't make these gateways ourselves, by the way. We use marketing or market-leading partners, to be correct. But now, all of a sudden, if that is resolved, and now I'm getting to the point, these machines will be sending a huge amount of data, status data, process data to the company network. And the question here is, can the network cope with that? With the amount of data, do we have enough bandwidth? Also with the speed requirements. And if perhaps you want to monitor the equipment or even control the machine, then you have to be very quickly. So you can't accept latency or even downtime. That is not acceptable. So we would advise our customers in form of a vulnerability analysis for these kind of networks. And we would suggest improvements or even propose new network structures to implement them. Mm-hmm. And for the time being, this is independent of the technology of the network. So you can do that with copper data, fiber optic cables. We can guide also all the way up to 5G private campus networks if you want, if you need higher requirements for your company network.
Mm-hmm. And this then ensures that the customers can also forward and process the required data?
Yes, and there is another very important aspect, as you mentioned it just comes to my mind. After all, we are talking about connecting machines to the cloud, and that would suggest, if you just think about that all my machine data is sent into some place in the cloud and analyzed there. But the volume of data, the traffic that is produced by that, would be completely uneconomically. It often makes much more sense to analyze the majority of the data on site, next to the machine, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So at the edge.
Yes, exactly. In this way, the company avoids network overload, as I mentioned before, long response times, latency, also higher TCO for the cloud, total cost of ownership, sorry, and keeps the often sensitive production data in their own environment as well. And to do this, the company needs an edge computing IT infrastructure. It has a local computing or storage capacity, which we would design and implement together also with them. And for some applications on top, like reports, benchmarks, low data transfer, not very time critical, you would very often use also the cloud-based applications, also as a software as a service. And the clue now is to decide which applications do I solve cloud-based and which analytics processes do I drive locally on an edge infrastructure. And because edge and cloud are not separate worlds, but should be combined in the best possible way, We are bringing partners to do that for cloud consulting at one hand and for cloud integration on the other hand. So if the customer wants, we can not only build the network, the edge, but also implement the cloud part.
Wow, that really sounds like a complete solution.
It almost is. It almost is. If I may add one more.
Of course, sure.
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning, and I would like to come back to that now, that our customers want to export and analyze machine data for a specific intention. Mm-hmm. And often this use case is clear. However, it is not clear which data will give me an insight to it. So then it's good to have a group of machines export the data in the first instance, perhaps also take environmental data such as hall temperature, etc., and have someone who even may be supported by AI can read something from that data. This is not an easy undertaking for itself. So reading something is giving you the aha. So whenever extruder A runs slower, and material X is later processed further on an injection molding machine 11, scrap will be produced. And that at summer in temperatures above 26 degrees. Now, this is really the benefit because then you can trigger the data and you can act accordingly. And that is why we have partners on board for such kind of middleware to combine the data and also for the data analytics and to help the customers to shape their use cases. Doesn't that sound interesting?
It does. It does. Thank you very much for your insights today, Carsten.
Yeah, thank you. And to our audience, all the best with your projects. Go ahead with it.